And this is Nigel. Hello, welcome everybody to My Ears Are Burning LA, KLAS 89.7, KLASFM.com. We have Miss Krishana Dishell today from the Army of Mice, and we're going to get right to her in just a second. We're going to get some commercials out of the way first. And we're back. How are you doing, Krishana?
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Excellent, excellent. We're going to have a great show today. We're here to spotlight and do a little interview of the Army of Mice Black Sea CD, right?
Yes, it's the Army of Mice Black Sea EP.
All right.
And I am very excited about it. We also have, which we'll talk about later on, a show coming up.
At the Viper Room.
At the Viper Room on Tuesday at 9:30, which I'm telling everyone 9:30. It's actually 10:15, but I want people to be there early.
Yeah, so it's 9:30.
So it's 9:30.
You gotta tell them.
So it's 9:30.
All right, great. Now, anyone out there also want to let you know, all of you that are listening, you can call us at 323-962-1937 and talk to Krishana if you have any questions about what you're hearing. Also, we want to let them know right off the bat that they can download this album, right?
Yes.
It's available, right?
Yeah. It is. You can download it off of CD Baby. I believe it's cdbaby.com/Army of Mice. And we're also on Facebook. And you can actually find us if you're on the My Ears Are Burning LA Facebook. You can
There's
actually
a link.
Find us as a link. So.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Krishana, let's start with the title of the album, Black Sea, or the EP as we should say. It's 5 cuts,
yes.
Right? Black Sea. What brought about the title?
I actually wrote the entire album minus like one song. Actually, I have a co-writer, Joseph Michaels, who actually did the arrangement, composure, production. Mm-hmm. But I wrote the lyrics for the songs.
Okay.
And Black Sea is actually very. It represents the kind of sea of emotion, like the very deep, passionate, dark feelings that we try to avoid as people that I just kind of seem to envelop myself in, I guess.
It's not always a bad thing.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, let's get right to it. I'm anxious to hear the cut. We're going to listen to a cut, fittingly enough, called Haunted. Yeah. That's our first cut, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's hear it. Let's get a little bit taste of it, and then we'll talk about it in between.
All right.
All right, here we go. This is Haunted. still got it playing, but wow, that's all I gotta say. That's sexy and very, as you said, dark but nice.
It's called Haunted for a reason.
Right.
It's mainly when you're kind of in a relationship, as I had kind of been off and on for a while. You kind of have all these feelings of sometimes just wanting to be able to get away, and you can't. And it's just like you feel haunted by all these emotions, memories, and things like that. So.
Okay. All right. Now, tell me something. The Army of Mice name. What brought that out? And we have to address the little controversy.
Yeah.
So clear that up first. Let's start with the name.
There's no love without controversy. So Army of Mice is actually, I kind of basically just came up with it off of a whim. I was thinking of all these names, and Army of Mice just kind of came to me as being something very strong and emotional, because there's like a strength. There's a strength and passion and love and things like that, and it's just kind of, yet again, you're so human that it's like these things kind of feel like they overtake you a little bit. So I wanted something that kind of represented that, and so Army of Mice, kind of strong, an army, and then mice is just little guy.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So the controversy is as if people have Googled. There is another Army of Mice that happens to be in the UK, and I did not know that originally. And then what ended up happening was we, as I came up with the name and we kind of went forward, we found there's an Army of Mice that happens to be in the UK, but they don't actually, they don't actually happen to have like that many plays, in comparison and things. In comparison, no, but they don't have that many plays. A and B, they're in the UK, so it doesn't really transfer overseas unless you're like the Rolling Stones. So it wasn't really that big of a deal. So
who incidentally got their name from an American artist, bluesman, Muddy Waters. So who's borrowing who, right?
See who's Jones and who?
Exactly. Yeah, I know. We talked about too. That wouldn't be the first time. I mean, we had English Beat that had the same thing happen, where somebody else had it. Van Halen became Van Halen because another band was named Mammoth.
Exactly.
Which I think Van Halen was a better choice in terms of names anyway.
I would have felt so.
Yeah. Also, I noticed on the album cover, who did the little graphic of the mouse in the outfit?
I have to give a shout out to wow, this has became really urban interview. I have to give a shout out to whoop whoop. Raising the roof here. To Lorenzo Hall, or as I call him, Lolo. As kids like to say. He actually was very kind enough to make that beautiful, graphic, and it very much encompassed everything we wanted to kind of accomplish as far as an image. Yeah. So shout out.
Excellent. And you know what? To me, it also captured the Krishna style a little bit too. I got it. It seemed so appropriate.
You might want to describe how I'm in here today. I'm pretty.
She's pretty hot, stacked up.
I'm doing what I can.
Yeah, she got the Harley boots on. Well, you'll see some pictures, but not. Well, we'll try to get a picture of the whole outfit for you on the page. But
we have to.
Yeah, but she's sporting quite the spiffy outfit here. She's got of course, the trademark cleavage going. She got the vest, and the beautiful,
the cleavage is going to be a trademark. It's excellent. Like, you know what? I think to me, artists try to hide the fact they have cleavage or certain other things, and I'm not that Hollywood.
She's not that kind of person.
I will sport my Dolly Parton boobs till the day I die.
There you go. So, and we're loving it. She's also got the fishnets and a smart skirt. Smart that. What's that? This the movie I just saw the guy say, that's as smart as a schoolboy's shoes.
and my New York and Company vest.
Yes, she does. We'll try to get a picture for y'all to see and post up. All right, well, I want to hear another cut. This one is called Gloomy Sunday.
Yes.
All right, so let's check it out. Gloomy Sunday off the Black Sea EP from the Army of Mice.
the shadows I live with are numberless. Little white flowers will never awaken you, not where the black coach of sorrow has taken you. Angels have no thought of ever returning you. Would they be angry if I thought of joining you? Gloomy, gloomy Sunday. Sunday is gloomy. With shadows I spend it all. My heart and I have decided to end it all. Soon there'll be flowers and prayers that are sad, I know. Let them know weep, let them know I was glad to go. Death is no dream, for in death I'm caressing you. The last breath of my soul I'll be blessing you. Gloomy, gloomy Sunday.
Okay, so Gloomy Sunday, is that one just self-explanatory, if I can spit that out?
That is, you would think it is. It's actually, it's a little complicated, I guess.
Well, tell us.
So that's not an original song of mine. It's actually a song that's been done
really?
by everybody and their mother.
Is that right?
Bjork, Billie Holiday, what's her name? I can't remember the artist, but I mean, Portishead. Portishead.
Oh, okay.
It was originally a song done, I think, the 1930s. Guy's name, the composer was Strauss or something like that, and he's Hungarian, and it was considered actually the Hungarian suicide song, which is that there's a big long story. You guys can Wikipedia it, but it was written for this guy's lover. The lover committed suicide after hearing the composer, and then it became like this, historic song. So,
wow.
My favorite version was Diamanda Galass's version, which she actually did her own lyrics for, and I wasn't cool enough to do that one, so I did my own.
Very cool indeed on its own. Well, all right, well, we're going to move right to Fiend.